One of the calls that are often received in regards to ACs not working or not cooling properly is specifically the thermostat. The temperature will be set to 74, 75, 76, but the actual ambient temperature around the thermostat never goes below 79, 78 degrees. First thing I do is I come here and I like to just do a visual inspection of our vent here. You can see a lot of this discoloration, and that's just from buildup of dust and debris. This tells me that the filter most likely has not been changed in quite some time. This is the filter. You can see here that this filter hasn't been replaced in quite some time. This is obviously going to restrict the airflow. The next thing I often do is I look for the return vent, and what happens oftentimes is the prospect, the homeowner, will have some piece of furniture that is restricting the removal of the hot air that is inside the home. You can see here in the back of this furniture, this is going to cause major issues with your airflow because of the restriction of this furniture sitting right in front. What you'll want to do is you want to remove that piece of furniture. And here's another tip that I also advise. If you see that your grill here is contaminated with dust and debris, you want to clear that out. The reason is all of this buildup will eventually go back onto the filter and cause a restriction. So you want to take a vacuum and go ahead and vacuum that out. You don't want to recontaminate the system after you replace the filter. Another thing that you want to look for is to ensure that your vents are open all the way. What happens often is I'll come to a unit and I'll see that the vent here is partially closed or it's fully closed. You can see this one is open. You can see all the contamination around the vent, whereas this one is not so dirty, and the reason is because it's not fully open, it's just partially open. For more airflow, you're gonna have to open up those grills. Another thing that you might want to look for is going to be loss of airflow due to improper sealing on the ductwork. You can see this is my air handler, this is my blower, this is my furnace, this is going to be my evaporative coil. And you can see just over time that the tape no longer seals properly. You can see here it's even removed, probably for some work that was done prior. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the system on. I'm going to put my phone really close so that you can hear the air loss that we are having on this system. Here I have a piece of paper, and I'm going to put the paper here. You're going to see right now there's no movement, the system is off. You can see that we are definitely losing pressure in regards to our airflow. You can see here on the top we have the same problem as well. This is with the system off. This is with the system on. For those exposed areas where we were losing our pressure, we're going to use Duct Seal. The reason I use this is because over the years the application for the Duct Seal is going to remain solid, it's going to remain strong and firm, whereas over time the tape will lose its stickiness and it will eventually start to peel off. The reason I prefer the Duct Seal is because, especially in these awkward places where we have our vent and our pipe coming out, we can get the brush in there and kind of just slab it in there, whereas with the tape we'll have a harder time trying to get it properly sealed. And you just want to make sure that when you are applying it, that you are applying it inside the groove for a proper seal. You can see outside we're at 90. Temperature's already dropped to 75. Just doing these small simple changes, you can already see the effect that it had on the system. If this video was a help, if it was informational, please subscribe.